Welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. I'm your host, Jamie Hara, and I'm joined by Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Real Madrid? Courtois, Carvajal, Militao, Alba, Camavinga, Valverde, Cruz, Modric, Rodrigo, Benzema, Vinicius Jr., Vasquez, Tchouaméni, Asensio, Rudiger, Caballas, your boys took one hell of a beating. Carlo Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho, Florentino Perez, General Franco, Placido Domingo, Alfred Di Stefano, the Galacticos, Iberian Airlines, Thomas Gravison, Spanish Omelette. Can you hear me, Omelette? Your boys took one hell of a beating. Enrique Iglesias, Julio Iglesias, Siestas. Can you hear me, Siestas? Can you hear me? Wake up! Your boys took one hell of a beating. Carver, Chorizo, Zinedine Zidane, Jonathan Woodgate, Sangria, Lord Beaverbrook, Paella, the Royal Palace of Madrid, Plaza Mayor, Rafa Nadal, Alfredo Suarez Airport, Luis Figo, the Flamenco, Tapas, Fran Puskás, Placido Domingo again, the Bernabeu. Your boys took one hell of a beating.
What a great game it was.
I mean, well played, Coventry. I mean, they're through. Get your calls in, Cov fans. Yeah, Sky Blues, big night for Sky Blue Coventry fans. Why? What else happened tonight?
I mean, I have to say that was a brilliant match of, especially the first half. Manchester City were unbelievable. A top performance, one of the best performances I've seen in the Champions League. Real Madrid, though, Jace, were absolutely shocking.
Right. Well, let's start with City. I'm not sure I've seen a performance quite like that, actually, by an English side. That looked like watching peak prime Barcelona.
Yeah.
When Messi was pulling strings, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets.
Yeah.
You know, they had Puyol in the red. They were just all over the pitch. Sensational. Jack Grealish, come of age for me, because I felt that Carvajal got the better of him in the first leg. And, I mean, the two wide men, Silva and Grealish, were just... They had them on string, kept high and wide. They had chalk on their feet the whole time, stretching that back line. That was how Silva got him for his goal. But, I mean, I don't quite know what more you can say than what's been described on talkSPORT. It was nothing short of sensational. It was. It was almost the perfect performance. If you are going to pick holes, is they should have put him to bed earlier.
Well, Haaland didn't have his shooting boots on, did he, really?
Courtois kept them in the game. By the time they went one up, it could have been three already. The scoreline flattered Real Madrid tonight.
Yeah.
That was
It's one of the worst performances I've ever seen from Real Madrid. They went out there like they didn't know what they were doing. It was like they just expected to turn up.
Mate, they got blown out the water. They got blown away, mate.
They almost embarrassed themselves, though, really, haven't they?
Do you know, if you squinted, it was almost like watching Southampton there, wasn't it? Do you know, that could have been, if you didn't know and you watched it from a distance in a pub, right, and you're watching Man City, you're going, God, they got 4-0 against Southampton. That was the difference in class. And we're not talking about mugs here. I have to say that Real Madrid looked off. They couldn't get near the ball. Modric looked his age.
Yeah.
I felt. Yeah. Cruz again. But the energy levels from Man City, the moving the ball, the passing, it was nothing. I mean, it's depressing watching a side play like that when Chelsea have been so bad. It is. Honestly, you watch that, you think, how are Chelsea going to get to compete where that level is right now? And, you know, we've seen they're on for the double. Jim Proudfoot described it beautifully. One game from the FA Cup, one game from the Premier League, and one game for the Champions League. And they've got 3 games now for
Is this the best English side you've ever seen?
It could well be. Yeah. From what I saw tonight, I mean, Man United at their peak were dominant, been all over the pitch, but in a different way. They, physically they would. I've been critical of Pep's sides over the years, being boring to watch, right? And at times I felt they were. They passed the ball, it. They seem to have changed. There's an urgency and a tempo about their game now.
Yeah.
That there wasn't there 2 years ago. I felt they were a little bit.
Well, it's because they got Haaland. Pass. Now, no, they go to hurt you. Ball goes away. Take him on. Yeah. They are a ruthless machine, and it's hard to try and put into words how good they are, because you've run out of excellent, superb, brilliant, one of the best performances I've seen by an English side. I'm trying to think of another one. I mean, Man United fans might phone up and tell us, but the dominance of that, they made Real Madrid look like also Rands. Well, mugs.
They did make them look like mugs, didn't they? They did. That was a
Devastating. Truly the only criticism is it should have been 6 or 7.
It's almost a sackable offence for Ancelotti, that.
I think he probably will find himself. There's been lots of rumours.
Yeah.
Finished second in the league to Barcelona. That's unforgivable.
Yeah.
Getting knocked out the Champions League like that. That's got to be one of the worst and most embarrassing defeats that Real Madrid have had in the Champions League, isn't it? At this stage of the competition, I know they've had some bad ones in the past, but at this stage, Benzema already touched it. I mean, Rodri in the middle of the park was sensational. Bernardo Silva was. I mean, don't you look at him, right? If he walked in here now, right, and he delivered a pizza, you wouldn't be surprised. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't look like a footballer, does he?
Well,
do you know what I mean? He looks like a normal guy. If he took his helmet off and handed you over a Domino's, you'd take it and give him the money and say, keep the change. He's ripping Camavinga apart tonight.
He did.
Ripped him apart.
He actually did. I felt for Camavinga because he's not even a left back.
He's not. No, but he showed him up. De Bruyne was the one that looked a little bit off colour.
Yeah,
just a little bit off colour tonight. He looked like I don't know. He
looked tired.
He did look a bit.
He looked
second half.
Second half, he just looked knackered.
Yeah, he put some work in, the boy. But
Haaland didn't have his shooting boots on, but other players stepped up. That just shows how good Manchester City are. You know, Grealish steps up, Bernardo Silva steps up.
Haaland didn't have his shooting boots on. De Bruyne was off colour, and they do that.
I know.
Alvarez comes off the bench and scores.
Yeah. Inter Milan have got absolutely no chance against this team.
I can't see it, but you know what? We've all been in football long enough, Jay, to at this stage, you would have thought that Man City are going to have way too much for them, way too much. But this is football, and this is why we're going to watch it. This is why we're going to tune in, and it'll be one of the biggest shocks, I have to say. But in a final, mate, in a one-off game, in neutral territory, I don't know. I think it levels it a little bit, but if they play anything like that, then Inter Milan are going to get absolutely torn apart.